I've come into the Welsh countryside here in South Wales to pull out a car today that's in there, and it hasn't been out since 1990. So it went in there, we believe, when it was 6 years old. I'm really looking forward to this one. I love my job. I'm Jonny Smith. Welcome to a Barn Find edition of the Late Break Show. This is Ronnie, and Ronnie, thankfully Ronnie, contacted the Late Break Show to say, I've got a car that's been in a garage for a long time, over 30 years. It was my dad's car. It got parked in, did you say it got parked in here in 1990?
Yeah, it got parked in there in 1990 because under medical grounds he was told not to drive again. So we thought, all right, we'll park it up and we'll sort it out. And that's sorted out this 32 years later.
So the car in question, Sierra.
Yes, it's a Ford Sierra XR4i 2.8 injection. It's in a blue colour, and it hasn't done much mileage either.
So it was, and what year was that? You say
it was a January 1984 registered, and I think my dad bought it in 1986.
Gosh, so it wasn't very old when it went in there.
No, because I had a Capri 2.8, same engine.
Nice.
Which unfortunately got stolen.
Not so nice.
And then I don't know why it stayed in there, really, I can't remember. I went to work away. My other brother was younger and he wasn't driving at the time. Yeah. And it just stayed there.
So it was one of those situations where your dad said, well, we'll park it up there, we'll sort it out another day.
Yeah.
And that never happened?
That never happened.
Oh my gosh.
I know. Strange. But and we haven't even opened the door. That's the strange part about it. That door has never been opened since we locked it back in 1990. We've had no reason to go in there.
So you got this is a lovely old group of 3 garages. You were saying this one on the left.
Yeah, the one on the end. My brother-in-law used to park his car. He used to live around the corner from where we are now, and he parked his car in there for a good 10-15 years. But he has been moved now a good 10 years. So that nobody's used these garages in the last 10 years.
Gosh. So we can get in that one?
Yes, we can get in that one. There's a complete space there. The second one is full of junk, and the third one's got the car.
The third one's got the gold in there, the Sierra XR4i. So we're going to go in, we'll have a quick look at what we're dealing with, and then we'll open this, because I think you've cut the lock off this a few days ago.
We cut the lock off that.
So follow the journey. Let's go and have a quick look.
And I didn't even open it because you can see the plant growing there has not even been cut.
I can't wait to see it. I can't wait to see it. The fleece is on. The fleece is on. Let's go and have a look. Oh, bit of the door.
It's falling off the wall.
Oh my God. Got stuff on my head. Oh my gosh, there it is.
There it is.
We're going to get these plant pots and stuff off it, and that lovely model tractor. I'll get my gloves, and and then we'll see if we can pull the Sierra out and have a better look. But
I doubt if we'll get it out. Jesus.
And we'll have a look at the mileage. We'll have a look at that Coca-Cola chiller as well.
40 years ago this year, Ford launched what was a revolutionary car at the time. Compared to the outgoing Cortina, the Sierra was an aero-efficient spaceship. People weren't sure at first. Even Ford dealers had stockpiled Cortinas to sell for discounted prices just in case. The Ford marketing machine went into overdrive to boost waning Sierra sales. Remember, way before the Cosworth was born came the XR4i in '83. This was a flagship Sierra with its own unique body shell, double rear spoilers, and power to that independent rear suspension being fed by a 2.8 injected V6, 0 to 60 in 7.8 and 130 miles an hour. Today, there are thought to be less than 100 XR4i Sierras left on UK roads.
Oh my gosh, electricity
the
still
light works.
We've still got power.
Yeah.
Hope you've been paying the bill, Ronnie.
We have.
If you don't mind, shall I start taking this stuff out of the way?
Yeah.
I'm going to pull it. Does it feel weird seeing it again?
Really weird.
Do you remember when you bought it?
Yes, we bought it off we bought it off somebody who recommended the car to us.
Oh, really?
Yeah, yeah. He said, oh, my father-in-law is selling his car. Do you want it? Then when my dad found out it was a V6, he thought, wow.
So did your dad always like...
He liked his cars.
He liked his cars, didn't he?
He did like his cars.
This is very heavy. I've got gloves if you want me to... I've got it caught on my foot. Yeah. Oh, hello. Oh, it's a bit seized. The hinge feels... My back seats are down. That is the sign of a rodent there. Oh look, the pepper pot's here, look. The spare pepper pot alloy's here. And not only that, come and have a look. There's a cassette in here, look, can you see the cassette?
Yeah.
Right, what music was your old man into? How article numbering can play a strategic role in your business.
God alive.
It's like a business development cassette.
Yeah.
Well, actually, you know what? The tailgate is scabby, but it's not rotten. There's a lot of mould in here from the moisture on the floor.
Right.
So it might be a case of... Oh, there's rot there. Look. Ronnie, the license plate, the registration number that they etch on the windows, it's on the sunroof.
Those were the days.
Yeah. So I'll lift the tractor. There is definitely, there is some rust from where either rain has been coming in. If you could have a look inside here, look. I'll put the lightsaber in. There are some sunglasses still in the centre console, and there are cassettes on the passenger seat, and there is a lot of mould. But what does the what's the mileage there? Okay. So mileage is showing 13,035 miles. That is not a lot of miles at all. Wind down windows. Now I don't know if on the XR4i electric windows were an option. I bet they were, but let's just have a quick gander at the front before we start. I mean, tyres are all flat, as you'd expect. There's definitely more rust scabs on the bonnet and the front area. Has this got a water supply, this garage?
Yes.
Yeah, there's a burst water pipe, it's dripping.
Oh, God.
And I think it's been dripping maybe for a while.
That tractor's got sentimental value. My father-in-law bought that for my eldest boy.
Really?
And he's 30 this year.
Really?
Yeah. So that's...
I want to know what tractor it is. It's Italian, or it's made in Italy. There we go. Look. You got it?
Yeah, I got it.
Classic tractors are worth good money these days. Oh, it's a Renault. It's a Renault tractor. Look. Renault Elf. Okay, little recap time. Amazingly, all 4 tyres have pumped up. We've put 30 psi into all of them. So that's really good. Despite the sort of obvious slime
around the car.
General detritus. We've pulled all that detritus out, which there you got a nice collection of wallpaper. And one thing, actually, I've got to show you this because this is a great little relic. I mean, I was impressed with the ride-on tractor, but I do like a bit of an Action Man Jeep. I think it's Action Man. Yeah, I like that. That's neat. So I think what we're going to do now, Ronnie, is the good news is the tyres are up. The bad news is
handbrake is on.
The handbrake has been left on, which makes me grit my teeth because I figured that probably we're going to have some seized brakes. But cameraman Bryn has got a discovery with a winch. So we're going to just see if the brakes all break free. We'll just nudge it out a metre or so and see if it breaks free, and hopefully we'll be able to get it out into here to have a look in the open. So that's what we're going to do. But yeah, the reason why there's water in there is I think I found a water leak.
A water leak in the
pipe in the back corner, and it's just gently dripping and has been for years, which is a shame.
Yeah,
But is it weird seeing it like this?
very,
Is
very. God, like 30 years ago, can't even remember. I remember driving it.
Do you?
Oh yeah, I drove it often. Yeah,
What did it drive like?
really, in those days, really good.
Yeah.
Trying to compare now to what I got now.
Well, you've got a 911 now. You can't compare it to a newish 911, but
yeah,
it's-
in those days, I thought it was fast.
yeah. 150 horsepower, I think.
Yeah,
148,
yeah.
something like that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. In those days, I thought it was the bee's knees. It was a fast car. It went well. It drove well. Fords were the cars. There wasn't many BMWs and all those cars around in those days.
Yeah. Yeah.
Mercedes had the E-Class. No, the one, the E, didn't they?
Or the 500e or the
No, what was it?
the 190e Cosworth.
190E Cosworth.
Yeah, that
That's
was
it.
cool.
That's
was
it.
cool.
That came just after this.
I
That
like
would have
this.
been Cosworth Sierra time.
I'm really hoping that we can get it out and have a closer look at it. So
Yep.
you never know, we might find the keys to it because that's the other slightly.
Yeah, I don't know where the keys are.
Ronnie can't find the keys anywhere. The thing about the 4i that was so unique was this double spoiler,
Yeah,
body coloured, but also this weird little window. You had this window here with the 80s slats in, the sort of graphics, and then these rear pop-outs, and that is a unique body shell to the 4i.
oh, that wasn't on the normal Sierra.
This wasn't on a 3-door, and it wasn't on a Cosworth.
Ah, right.
So this shell is unique to the 4i.
God alive. And
Yeah.
were these made in UK or Germany?
Good question, and I think Germany.
Ah,
But there'll be someone watching this who's shouting at the screen if I'm wrong. I'm pretty sure they were German. And then they did sell them in America
Ah, right,
under the name Mercure, which I think is
Right.
German for Mercury.
right.
And they were called the XR4ti, and they didn't have the V6. They actually had a 4-cylinder turbo motor,
Right.
and they made those until '89.
Yeah,
And
this is the V6.
And this was the V6, because this was a sort of British muscle car.
yeah,
at
in
the
those
time.
days. There wasn't a Cosworth, this was the pre-Cosworth.
Pre-Cosworth, BC.
Yeah.
Yeah. Before Cosy. Right. I'm going to take the handbrake off. I've just pulled the handbrake off, right? And in the centre console, right where the handbrake is, are these. Nothing dates a car like a pair of folding nose bridge sunglasses. You reckon these are yours?
Yeah,
Ronnie?
got to be. My dad wouldn't have had them.
Look, I mean, they've got rust on them, admittedly. But look.
Yeah.
Look.
That's
Oh.
late 80s look.
I'm not going to put them on my face because I'll probably be hideously ill.
That's late 80s.
Right, we've attached a rope. Let's see if we can give it a yank. The steering lock is on, which is not great. All right, nice and slow, nice and slow. Is it going to go? Oh, that's pulled tighter. Yeah, a little bit more. Did it just slide sideways a bit?
No.
Or did I just imagine that? Oh. Well, it's definitely seized.
Well, it's not going to go back in now.
Stop! It's 100% the handbrake is seized on.
Yeah.
Did you see how
Yeah.
it was?
It just went straight up, didn't it?
Yeah, it did. It properly went up. Yeah. I have to see if, we can give it a little thump. See if we get any action. We've got till almost the threshold to be able to give it a quick yank. Yeah, that's a problem.
I can't get in there. I won't get in the passenger side on the front.
I might need specialist injections to get in here.
Oh, you're right. Once you have a tetanus, you'll be okay.
Do you think so? Right, Ronnie. We've got the bonnet unlatched. When was the last time you saw this V6?
30 years ago.
Oh, look. Gosh, where's the stay? There's the stay. There's a spanner in there. Oh, it's a bit... Oh. So, there's the injected V6. Oh, the battery tray is very rotten. It's still got the Motorcraft battery on it, look. The Ford Motorcraft battery. What date code is that? 5194. Oh my gosh, yeah. The battery.
Keep the light out as far as you can, because the only light I've got under here is from that. So
Oh,
just
okay.
Keep it nice and general.
So yeah, the battery tray.
There's a date code on top on the black thing, isn't it?
Yeah, it says 5195. First charge code. Do you know what? That's still connected, I've just realised. So you didn't even disconnect the battery.
No, just over it in here.
You just parked it and...
Parked it in here, open to use it again.
Yeah.
And he never did.
Gosh. Yeah, you see this moisture in the garage, can you see what it's done? It has absolutely, it's just lifted, and looking at where the hinges of the bonnet are, I mean it's naughty. It's very, very naughty. I mean, yeah, the chassis doesn't look great under the battery, but that could be because of the battery. Oh man.
This is past restoration or no?
I don't know. I mean, can you see there?
Yeah.
Under your hand?
Yeah, yeah.
It's rotted through.
No, it's surface rust a bit.
No, there.
Oh, down here, yeah.
Down there.
Oh, yeah.
And so the problem is as soon as you start dealing with A pillars and A pillars, C pillars. I don't know. I don't like to discount these things too early beyond restoration, because this looks like it's rotted in some very strange places because of the environment it's been in. I mean, look at the bonnet. The bonnet's got proper acne, but that's because right down there under the camera was a
water pipe there.
A water pipe, and it's been dripping underneath this car. There's the build plate. Yeah, Ford Verca.
Germany, is
I'm
it?
pretty sure it was built in Cologne. I'm pretty sure it was, yeah. And that is the Cologne engine, isn't it, the 2.8?
Yeah, the 2.8.
Well, without keys, we will not even try to start it. I've brought all the gear, just in case we could crank and fire. But we'll have I'm going to have another nose around the inside of the car, just in case your dad put the keys deep in the glove box or somewhere.
1988, 16th of April, Whitney Houston and Whitney, double album.
Is it?
Yeah.
Is that you? Is that yours?
No, it's a recorded one on a cassette.
Do you reckon you recorded that?
Oh, yes, definitely. My dad wasn't into Whitney Houston. And this one is level 42.
Oh, yeah.
And this one is...
So you used to tool around in this as well?
Oh, yeah. I used to go to work in this sometimes.
Did you?
Yeah. I used to go to work in this car sometimes.
That's the
And
thing.
when I had my Capri 2.8i, they were both the same. Whichever was on the drive and whichever one was at the back, we'd take.
This is great, isn't it? Because on the one hand, it's a bit sad that the condition doesn't look like it's great. On the other hand, it is a 13,000 mile from new XR4i.
Yeah.
That you...
In those days, didn't think nothing.
No.
No, you would.
The fact that it's still here, I think, is remarkable. I'm going to dig out the rest of the cassettes, and I am going to have one last sweep for the keys. I mean, I know it's riddled with mould, but actually the fabric's really bright. The door cards are really bright, and this back seat, I'm going to lift it up. I had a quick look earlier. It looks like new because it's been stored down and there's not been much sunlight to get in the way. But there's been water ingress. There's water in the little coin tray here where those foldable sunglasses were, and it's because the sunroof's been leaking, which is why it's all bowed and swollen up, all the metal around it, which is a shame. Tell you what though, Ronnie, bit of a time warp in here. You got, like you say, you got the cassette player.
What's the cassette player? What make was it?
Well, I don't know if it's the original, but this is Panasonic.
No, it wouldn't have been original.
No, I don't think that's original.
That's
but
an aftermarket one.
yeah, so got a good collection of cassettes kicking about, and at least 10 pence worth of money. At least 10 pence.
That was the day of the cassettes.
Black Box Dreamland. Yeah. I'm just feeling around to see if I can, I'm going to get in a sec, to see if I can find the keys. It does smell of Mould and mice, yeah. Oh, that's a Synchronicity by the Police.
There we are.
Tunes. You got a Hitachi in here.
Good boy.
And
What's in the glove compartment?
oh yeah, good question. Official Ford. Are they lock and wheel nuts? Yes, the lock and wheel nut set. Look, it's the original Ford one. And oh my gosh, what's this, Ronnie? What's this? Givenchy for gentlemen. Oh, let's see. It's got to smell better than the interior of this car. Hang on. Oh, that's really quite strong. Oh.
30 years aftershave.
Givenchy. Have a go on that, Ronnie. Have a go on that. You know, when we do these barn finds, I never go there first. I never do a recce, so I never know what I'm going to be seeing. And in this instance, the same as Ronnie, who hasn't seen this car in decades, the car hasn't fared brilliantly well. There's this water that seems to be coming in. But regardless of that, I still think there's so much of a story. There's always a backstory. What's that? Just hold on a second. So it turns out that Ronnie just casually mentioned while we stopped for a cuppa, I think I've got another car that you might be interested in around the corner. We had to go and have a look. Okay, so this is something I'm not used to. I come and film a barn find, and then in this instance, Ronnie said, just at the end of the day this is, oh, sorry about not being able to find the keys for the Sierra or being able to get it running. Hey, I might have another car you're interested in. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, we were talking about my dad's car after the Sierra. And then I said, hang on, my auntie had a car as well, it's in the garage.
And so we got a Mark II MR2, 1994. And this was your auntie's car from new?
This was a car from new.
Oh my gosh.
And the reason she left it here was that she couldn't get in and out of it. She had a bad leg. So she bought a Toyota RAV. And this was just parked up.
Blimmin' heck.
This was just parked up because she couldn't use it. And she didn't bother selling it because she didn't want to sell it. And, and then she died a couple of years later.
Bless her.
But, and
this is...
the car's stayed here ever since. I had the RAV. My brother didn't want this, so he left it here.
So it's been in the garage since...
I used the RAV because I had smaller children in those days and it came in handy.
Yeah.
So I thought I'll use the RAV because she was using it as a daily. So I said, yeah, I'll have the RAV.
So how long has this been here, sitting in the garage?
Since 2000, the RAV was a 2004. So she bought the RAV new, or the demonstrator it was new, brand new. And so this has been here since 2004.
Gosh.
She never used it when she had the RAV.
So, interestingly, we've had to set up lights in here because there's no electricity in the garage. Electricity's been knocked off, and as a consequence, the garage door is locked, and we can't get it undone. It's annoying. So that's why we've had to set these lights up just to try and get capture some footage of the Mr. 2. Brilliant. I mean, 50,000 miles I think it's showing on the clock.
Yeah.
And it looks really clean. It's covered in sawdust because the previous user of the garage was into making wooden things. There's lots of wooden artifacts around the place. But it looks really, really good. A one owner Mr. 2. It's a shame we don't have more time because I would, and you don't have the key, or you don't know where the keys for this are, do you?
No, I'm not sure where the keys are.
Which is a bit frustrating.
I think
I would have
my
tried
brother has them, but he's not here at the moment, so I don't know.
I might have to come
Because I
back.
didn't intend. Well, I forgot all about this vehicle. To be honest, I forgot everything about this one.
Did you
It's
really?
been sitting here again. There's been tenants living in the house, so we've never used it.
Oh, I
The garage
see.
has been for the tenants.
Yeah.
So the house was rented out after she died.
Do you know what, Ronnie? I think this is actually really good. I think this is actually a really clean car. It looks really good. Well, there we go. It's sort of a bonus barn find. I'm glad I kept the fleece on. Ronnie's just looked at this car and it's taken him back 30 odd years. This is a 13,000 mile XR4i that's just been sat and sat and sat. Will it get restored? I don't know. Ronnie's seriously tempted. But if nothing else, he's got a pair of folding aviators and a nearly full bottle of Givenchy to crack on with. So I really hope you've enjoyed this barn find episode of the Late Break Show.